What are they doing here?
Nice hat.
Nice gut.
Let me help.
It seems that we have a common enemy, Zhao.
So let me get this straight. The Magister says that if we join together and fight Mr. Braven, we get half of the Kingdom's stone's energy.
Sounds like a fair offer, does it not?
Are you kidding? My city needs way more than half.
Ha! You just want to hog the last of our reserves.
I know you feel a little jealous, but I can't help if my city is bigger than yours.
Hold on a minute, fellas! This is exactly what Brevin wants! For you two to fight while he gets away with all of your energy!
What difference does it make if it's Brevin or this swine?
We're marching into Shuigang whether you like it or not!
You don't have the guts!
Look!
Dragon. Kneel before the ancient beast!
Oh! You're saying that, we should work together. Oh, of course! Oh, please don't eat us.
What's that?
It couldn't have been her. Could it?
Careful what you wish for.
Lilac!
Guys!
It's really you! You came back! Where have you been? How did you do that?
I didn't do it. This little fella did.
Yeah!
It's okay, guys. This robot wasn't made by Brevin.
Really?
It's a long story, but the Magister believes us now. We have his full support.
Aw, yeah! That's my girl.
My friends, we have been blessed with the seal of the dragon. We must heed its call and join together for the greater good.
Under my leadership,
You can't be serious. What can you tell us about the invaders?
Well, Brevin is a starship commander. He doesn't have as much experience fighting on the ground as you do.
then we shall take the battle to the streets.
But we need to cross the snowfields without getting wasted.
We do have one advantage. Brevin wants the four of us dead, no matter what. If he sees us coming, we can distract him.
A diversion? Do you really think you can pull it off?
Remember all the times we distracted you?
Point taken.
What about the stone? How do we get it back?
I could modify one of my hacking devices to knock out power to the engine mainframe.
In my language,
Kill the power, get the stone back. Right?
You got it. I hope this works. In case it doesn't, I need you to be prepared for what I might have to do.
It'll work. It has to. Would Brevin have left us alone if we hadn't tried to stop him?
He pulled that trick on you, huh?
But is it true?
Maybe, but I wouldn't trust him on it. Even if he did leave your people alone, it would only be a matter of time before his conquest affected your world.
You're right. We can't quit now.
The alien army has commenced its attack.
Give the order to your troops.
It will be done.
You ready, Carol?
Ready to rock!
Find the commander and his pets and tear them to shreds. And leave the brains intact if possible. I might use them for something.
Mila! Together!
Fire at will.
Let's show this green maniac how to save a planet!
Hello everyone, welcome to Freedom Planet. This is the next episode of my Let's Play, and we are riding the dragon that we just fought in the last episode. This level is kinda similar to Sky Chase from Sonic 2, except this dragon is way more broken than the tornado could ever hope to be. Basically the catch here is that I am not the one being shot by the big fuck you laser this time. I am the one who is shooting the fuck you laser. So you can see in the top left that the meter is constantly like draining and charging back. It charges back really goddamn fast, by the way. That's because I'm constantly spamming the laser, since it's the best way to get this level done quickly. When it's charging for like those maybe like half a second, then you can use the regular attacks, I guess, to still, you know, defeat enemies in the way. But you're basically spamming the laser for the entire level. So yeah, that's basically the meta. Another catch with this level is that, much like in Sky Chase, the only one who's actually taking damage here is Lilac. So as long as you avoid every attack with that 2 pixel size Lilac, you're gonna be fine, even in harder difficulties, because the dragon doesn't take any damage. Yeah, that's basically it. Another thing you might have noticed from this video is that I fixed the screen tearing issue. The bad news is I didn't fix the screen tearing issue for the actual level in this video, because I only re-recorded this dragon part, since it's, you know, it's very short. I did, however, fix the screen tearing for the entirety of the rest of the playthrough. So this level is gonna be the last level where the screen tearing issue is present. For the entirety of Final Dreadnought onwards, until the end of the game, there will be no screen tearing anymore. And for any Wii U game forward that we are gonna play in the far future, there is gonna be no screen tearing issue. I should probably talk about how I fixed that actually. So you know, other people don't run into the same issue if they happen to use OBS with a capture card and, you know, happen to record Wii U games. Basically, the issue was that I set the FPS setting on OBS to highest FPS instead of match output FPS, and changing it to match output FPS basically fixed it. I know it's stupid that it was such a simple fix, and I didn't do it for the entirety of this playthrough. I technically did do it while this playthrough was, you know, going, except not when I was recording the actual gameplay videos. Because, as I already explained in one of the earlier episodes, I'm doing this Let's Play by recording the footage itself and then recording myself commentating over it. Whenever I can find time to actually record myself commentating. This is easier for me because I can actually get videos done this way, instead of, you know, having to record everything at once. And pray to Jesus that I don't get interrupted mid-recording by something. Because it can get really annoying when I'm actually commentating the gameplay video and then I get interrupted by some random noise or something, and I have to re-record the entire thing. So, you know, instead of dealing with that bullshit, I'm doing this. I think it works well. Except for the fact that actual fixes to the footage come much later. So that's one drawback. And in this case, the screen tearing issue I already fixed months ago. After, like right after I finished the entire game. I managed to find a fix to it. But I only applied it to the final episodes because I would have to re-record the entire game basically, and I just didn't have time to do that or wasn't doing that. So yeah, I don't like re-recording half an hour long videos. I'm just gonna be honest. I did do it for the final few episodes because they are really cool and I don't want to ruin their image with this stupid screen tearing. But yeah, I mean it wasn't that bad to be honest for most of the playthrough. It's tolerable, but yeah, it kind of sucks that it took this long to actually apply the fixes. But yeah, that's basically the screen tearing issue done. So there will be no more screen tearing in any of my Let's Plays. And that includes Freedom Planet 2. I am playing Freedom Planet 2 on PC though, so it's not like that would ever be an issue there. Anyway, about this level. This was the level that I kept trying to tease with the whole familiar face thing in the previous episodes, except I completely forgot that the last two levels existed, so it came off as really goofy. But yeah, this is the level where we meet the actual familiar face now. So yeah, he's gonna be the boss of this level. Not the first act though. The first act is gonna be way more annoying to fight, and I'm gonna talk about it when we get to it. The main gimmick of this level are these rockets. You use these rockets to destroy those blocks, and that's pretty much it. It's not really that big of a concept, it's just kinda annoying when you have a ton of enemies on screen attacking you at once. Anyway, this is the boss I was talking about. This is the Act 1 boss. This is not the familiar face yet. And I'm gonna be honest, when I first played this game, I wasn't playing on casual fraud difficulty like I do right now for this Let's Play. And when I first played this game, this boss kicked my ass. And that's because the only way to actually damage this guy is to hit that small ass circle on its forehead. I don't know what that is. And there is no other way to damage him. But at the same time, he has like 10,000 different attack patterns and attacks at the same time. And he can basically combo your ass very easily if you don't watch out. He also has this flying move where he flies off screen and then he comes back. That's really annoying too, because the only effective way I could find to actually dodge that attack is to Dragon Boost up, and if you happen to not have full energy meter, you are not dodging that shit. Because in this game there is no dodge button. Freedom Planet 2 added that into the game, but it's not in the first game. So you don't have invincibility frames when you dodge in this game because there is no dodge function. That's actually something I had to get used to when playing Freedom Planet 2, because the game was very much designed with the dodge in mind and I wasn't using it because I wasn't used to having a dodge button in this game. So yeah, that's kind of hilarious to think about. Anyway, this is the Act 2. We actually finished that boss quite fast because we are playing on casual fraud difficulty, and it's much easier because my health regens. And I don't have to worry about dodging attacks that much. If this playthrough was played on normal or easy for that matter, where my health doesn't recharge, then that boss would have taken up like half the video at least. Kinda like the dragon did in the last episode, except that dragon wasn't actually difficult, it was just really long to actually kill the dragon. It took really long because of the bullshit red orb thing, gimmick thing about him. But yeah. One more interesting thing about this level is that Act 2 has an interesting level design to it. Or like the way the level is structured basically. It's it's the complete opposite of the first act, which was kind of straightforward. This one acts more like a maze than anything. So if you have a bad time navigating complicated maps in video games, this level is not going to be your favorite. Or the better way to say it would be, if you easily get lost in video games, then this level is not going to be to your liking. Because it's basically a maze. You have to remember where you've been and where you haven't been, otherwise you're gonna get lost very easily here. And this is the next gimmick of this level, these switches. As you can tell, they have these red and green blocks, and when you switch the switch, it switches which blocks are active and which ones aren't. That was an interesting way to explain it, but that's basically what happens. And that's gonna be present for the rest of this level, so get used to it. Another thing I would like to mention is that the music in this level is not, I mean, it's not bad, but it's just very forgettable. It does fit the stage theme though. It's that kind of music that works well with the setting, but if you had to listen to it, you know, in an actual MP3 player or on your phone, you wouldn't really enjoy it that much. You would get bored of it pretty fast, or at least that's the case with me. But yeah, I very much prefer Sonic music or other music from this game compared to this one. Speaking of music, they have these enemies which shoot like sound waves, I guess. I'm pretty sure they appeared in the China level. I mean, it was basic to China. They also appeared in that level, I believe, and they aren't really much of a threat. I'm pretty sure this level reuses a lot of enemies from the previous levels, because it kinda acts like a final level without actually being the actual final level. It makes sense though, because this level is kinda the final level before the actual final level, as I said before, so they are getting you used to the new difficulty, which is gonna be present in the actual final Dreadnought levels. Which are my favorite levels in the game, by the way. I usually tend to like final levels more than any other level in games. Well, with platformers at least. In fact, in pretty much every Sonic game I played, the final levels are usually my favorites. And it's true for Freedom Planet as well. Final Dreadnought 1 is my favorite level in the game. And naturally, I replay that level the most out of any other level in the game. But yeah. We are getting to the end of this level soon, so naturally they have to start spamming these guys again. I really hate these enemies, because look at that shit. There is a lot of them, and they do a lot of damage, and they are hard to kill because they have like a billion HP. I'm playing on Fraud Casual difficulty right now, and they still took nearly half my health. That's fun. Although, to be fair, I wasn't really trying to dodge their attacks. If I was on a harder difficulty where that actually mattered, I probably wouldn't have taken that much damage. Because I would have to actually worry about dodging attacks there. But yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing we just... Oh, okay, this is where the boss is, yeah. So here's a familiar face. Remember this guy? He's from the opening of the game. So let's talk about this guy. This boss is not gonna be nearly as fun as the previous boss with this guy. Simply because the way of hitting him is way more annoying. So yeah, but it plays the same badass music as before, so I guess that's cool. Anyway, the deal with this guy is that normally he has a shield that protects him from taking any damage. You can see that shield up above when you actually look at him. When he comes down, that's basically the only time you can actually damage him. But he starts spawning in these enemies too to kind of annoy you. It's especially annoying when he doesn't attack like that and then he spawns the enemies, because you can just duck down and dodge it like in the previous boss with him. You actually have to kill the enemies. So it's kind of a multitasking boss, not gonna lie. It's definitely a lot harder when you play on normal difficulty, when your health doesn't recharge, but it's manageable. I'd say the boss with the ship is much harder than this, even in normal. I haven't had more difficulty with this boss than with the ship. So yeah, the ship is definitely the harder boss compared to this one. The ship was the one that kicked my ass when I first played this game. It wasn't this guy. So there you go. You can tell how much HP the boss has left, because the more you damage it, the more cloudy it gets from bottom to top. You can actually see it, how it has less and less detail on its actual body. So you can tell how much HP the boss has without an HP bar, which is kinda interesting game design, not gonna lie. I find it interesting. It's really unique, to be honest. Like no other game I know of does this. Normally when games don't have HP bars for the boss, you can't actually tell how much HP the boss has. Unless they do like different attack patterns and they know which phase activates when, but not in the way Freedom Planet does it. And we defeated this guy, and this is gonna be the last we see of him. So thanks for watching, see you in the next episode.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm just passing through. Have fun saving the world.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing.
You still don't.
Attention, troops. Prepare for liftoff.
Listen, guys. I'll go in alone while you help the general take back the city.
Why can't we go in together?
It'll be easier this way, trust me.
But they'll have a harder time catching us if we stick together.
But that's what Brevin's expecting us to do.
Then let me go instead. You're too important to the mission.
I can't lose another crew! If something happens to you, I'm not strong enough to save you.
We'll be strong for you.
We said we were gonna help you get back the stone. We still mean it.
You're stuck with us, buddy, whether you like it or not.
As soon as you step foot into that dreadnought, you may never come out again. Are you ready to make that sacrifice?
Yeah, whatever. Let's go. We're wasting time.
Alright, here's the plan.